It will be very ignorant of us to say that we do not use the pulpits to speak to government, to speak to justice. And it is truly not true. If you go to a church that is well structured and that actually speaks the word of God, and when you look even at Jesus throughout history speaks about justice, and he comes and just brings justice to the poor. And so the pulpit becomes a place where priests, where men and women of God actually speak to justice, speak to government. And we actually have seen, I personally have seen in the Anglican Church, where the pulpit and communiques that are sent out, just like last week after the synod, the Archbishop of the Anglican Church of Kenya sent out a press statement and a communique that talks about the government, the nation. And so it is actually not true that the church does not use its platform, if we can call it that way, to speak to justice. It is also true that we do speak from the pulpit because it is a powerful place and it is an opportunity that we're given to God to speak to the people. And as you have said, weekly, it's not like the way we have rallies where you have to, people come to church, they bring themselves to church to listen to the word of God. And not even one, but one of the most prominent things to speak about is to speak about justice. And so the church has continuously, I will say that confidently, that the church has continuously spoken against injustice, and not only injustice, but has spoken to governments about different issues. And you can check even throughout history, there are communiques, there are letters, there are statements. It's just that they are not as echoed. Sometimes journalists want to publish what is bad rather than what is good. But truly speaking, the church, and what I know, the Anglican Church has spoken against injustice in this country. I would also want to weigh into some of the things that the panelists have put in. Many of the times in this government that we put personalities above systems, and that is why we see that when someone is not there, some things cannot be done. Madam here has talked about Article 88(4) of the Constitution. I have actually very quickly opened my Constitution according to the tablet, and it says continuous. Then if it is continuous, it should not be closed. Either the language of the Constitution is wrong, they should change it and just write registration of voters. Let's say then the language of the Constitution is wrong. It is very important for us to check what is important. You guys, as our parents, went and voted in this Constitution, but now you want to be selective in what you want to be passed. If it is continuous, English, it should be continuous. Basic English, if it is continuous, let the registration of voters be continuous. So many things in this country are just on paper. Communiques and statements being sent out, but there is nothing to show for it. We have done, we will do, tutatenga, tutaendelea kufanya, mumeona. Things are just on paper, but there is nothing to show for it. Again, a question to the IEBC representative. We have seen that allegedly there are people with multiple IDs. How are you working on that? Ama ile QTex tunapakwa wakati wa after voting itakuwa more permanent. I don't know. But we also need to understand people are having IDs. Allegedly, again, the other day there was elections in Kasipu. I saw a TikTok. I don't know if you guys saw it. Students voting. How credible is this? And no matter how much we sit down and or stand up in pulpits and speak and also do civic engagement. And one thing I would want to say, the TikToks they won't do. It is us to do it. It is for us to do the civic education because these people are not willing. As you can hear the tone of her voice, tone, English, it is not going to happen. It is us to stand up as the young people and to understand guys, it is not just about us.
Yep.
It is about our children. It is about our children's children. Yeah. We will not allow anyone to play with the generations and the generations to come. Thank you.
All right.